All right, I think we are live. Welcome to my open source broadcasting system that I just set up on an old Linux. Actually, it was an old PC that I changed over to Linux, which is open source, free software. Always encourage open source options, and this is a testament to Linux and Ubuntu, the fact that I can broadcast this way for free. And today what I want to discuss is the technological singularity coined or made famous by Ray Kurzweil, who's the old Google guy that you can check out this book right here. The singularity is near when humans transcend biology. So this gets into transhumanism, basically. So the question is, are you gonna remain organic or become inorganic? And you know, there's a trend in artificial foods, and people are clamoring to buy virtual land and putting millions of dollars into glorified JPEGs of monkeys. And so I'm talking about the Bored Ape and NFT, you know, lots of monkeys coming through my feed. People are like, hey, jump in on this. And it's just like, we're putting all these resources into a virtual world, the metaverse, and instead of our real world, physical world, we're this is where it's at. So nobody's really questioning 5G towers or nanotech. Nobody wants to hear about it. And why? And that gets into a spiritual rabbit hole. A real good person to listen to is a guy named John Lash. His Gnostic, you know, he goes over this Gnostic story of the fall of the earth goddess Gaia Sophia, and goes into these evil robots basically. And I know right there I'm gonna lose you guys, but bottom line is we can't fix anything if we don't admit what the problem is, period. So I'm just going to put some references to some information, pre-biblical texts and scrolls, highly controversial and suppressed, probably the most suppressed myth in human history. So might want to read it, and it's basically beware the technology, okay? So I'm not trying to scare you. I was a gamer, and I think it's cool on some levels that we can go into this new metaverse, and it is an investment opportunity. So there are good things. Some people would say that it's neither good nor bad. You know, a gun's not good or bad, it's how you use it. So, you know, approach with caution, take precautions, and go in. I think if you go in with the right intentions and understanding that you don't want to raise Borg, you want to raise humans. So with that in mind, you parent and steward your own family. And, you know, I got to figure this out for mine too. My kids, you know, love their devices. I'm sure yours do too. So what does meta mean in metaverse? So it's the notion of changing places with. So, you know, metaphysics is transcending physics, and the metaverse is transcending the universe. So this guy put it really good. His name's Sean Purry on Instagram, and I just want to read you this real quick, but he says most people think of the metaverse as a virtual place like in Ready Player One, like a virtual world like Minecraft. But what if it's not a place? What if it's a time? What if this is a time when artificial intelligence becomes smarter than human intelligence? There's basically this. There's an idea of the singularity, which we talked about already. It's a moment in time where AI becomes smarter than humans. So, I'm just gonna keep reading. The metaverse is the moment in time when our digital life is worth more to us than our physical life. This is not an overnight change or an invention by some Steve Jobs type. It's a gradual change that's been happening for 20 years. Work from factories to laptops, boardrooms to Zooms, friends from neighbors to followers. Where do you find like-minded people? Twitter, Reddit. Games. More kids play Fortnite than football and basketball combined. Filters are the new makeup. Stories are your personal billboard. What matters more, what you look like in real life or on Instagram? Hilarious picture. And now with crypto, your assets are online too. Bored apes are the new Rolex. Fortnite skins are the new skinny jeans. You know, they'd like you to think, but basically they're saying attention's dropping every time we innovate with these technologies. Why are we putting so much emphasis? Maybe because humanity is already being influenced by these automata described in the scrolls of yore, i.e. the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Nag Hammadi, read the Apocryphy of John, and the stories, the apotheosis of the archons in these books. I'm not making this up. So, man, this is so cool that I can broadcast like this now. But bottom line, you know, this guy's positing that the singularity may have already occurred. This is why the world's getting so crazy. So what do we do now? Well, if you can't beat them, join them. So I'm joking. I have not gone into the metaverse, and I don't know if I will, but I am researching, and I want to remind you guys I do have a degree from a research institute. So that is the value that I'm bringing to the table, is I'm going to show you how to get into the metaverse, or a system where one could do it. And this comes from nft.hacks on Instagram. But look at this guy. This is what's happening. You got this guy, you know, wearing technology so that it maps out his body, his hands, his face, and he gives himself a cool fiery mohawk and can make himself in what he's like in a little cardboard box, but he's making it look like, you know, he's in this cool world. So, you know, if you want to stand in a box and put on all this tech and fry your brain with EMF, I'm gonna tell you how to do it, and do it with a little bit of caution. But bottom line, this guy's mapping out the system that he's using. He's like, look, I'm in the metaverse now. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm so excited. All right, cool. So he's in the metaverse. So, and this book is available, should be available in this post in my bookshop. But here's this technology, precision motion tracking, XSense. Okay, so putting these little widgets on all the on the elbows, on the knees, and that's mapping out his movement. All right, and he's got these gloves, Manus gloves. Look at this guy. All right, so that's mapping that out. Then you got the Unreal Engine, which these guys make. You know, all the badass video games. You know, these guys have been around, but now they got all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, this is a whole new niche of business. You know, like I'm on the back end of the Unreal Engine, and I'm blown away. You know, but at what they've created, you know, and so I'm signing up as an affiliate, because obviously I know, I turned this PC into a Linux box that's broadcasting open source streaming, and obviously I have the capacity to research what to do. So the odds that I can get in and pull a miracle of some kind inside of this metaverse, the odds are pretty good. But will I do that, or will I just hang out with my hot girlfriend and in my mountain lair and talk to birds instead while eating magic chocolate? I mean, that's funner than artificial games. But I get most of humanity is going in this direction, and whether or not they're influenced by robot AI technology through the television and the airwaves, and that's a whole nother conversation. But what I want you guys to do is be aware of the human myth of the fall of Gaia Sophia, who supposedly is trapped in a world by these Borg-like things that we can call archons. So, which means old ruler. So who's running the show? Why are we building tech so fast? I mean, we haven't evolved the gas engine, but we got a new iPhone every year, okay. So why? Well, I would listen to a guy named John Lash. Look for his podcast. He wrote a book, Not in His Image, which I'll include in the post. He also started this website called kalikawarpartyorg, where he's trying to get people in Thunderbird formation to defend the Earth from these things. So, go in to this next epoch of Transhumanist Agenda with some security protocols. Here's some EMF blockers for your phone. I'm gonna have a link at the end. All right, here's a mineral called shungite, which you can put in your water, and it's anti-EMF. So I just, if we're gonna have all this technology, start taking some precautions. Put a piece of orgonite by your modem. Put shungite in your water. Put the EMF sticker on your phone. Draw a pentagram in your virtual environment and use basic magic symbols for protection and shields. And the metaverse is fine, but be careful and do good while you're in there, okay? So this is my class for the day, and I am so excited to be able to broadcast. I hope you can check out my new podcast, anchor.fm/Golden Age Gurus. I'm the Golden Age Guide, and hope you have an awesome week, and make sure and support this new show and my broadcasting by the effort I've put forth for a fair energy exchange. Please use my links. Don't go around my links. And if you do, may people ignore your links that you put in there after imbibing your information. So might as well just give me an energy exchange, and we'll establish that magical bond right now. If you use my links, may people use your links. Ashe. So, have an awesome week, and we'll see how long I have this computer up and running before I go traveling with my dog. Okay. You guys, I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'm just rambling slightly, so let me figure out how to stop this, and hope